Hello and welcome to part 4 of my Let's Play series of videos for Dwarf Fortress. I'm Sippy Cup and hope you're hanging in there. I know this is terribly exciting. I just realized I probably spent something like half an hour just on the stuff leading up to the game, so I hope you haven't pretty much clawed your eyeballs out by now. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, I was about to get some animals. Animals are pretty sweet. In the absence of a military, war dogs are a pretty good substitute, and I'll show you some neat things you can do with them later, but I want to start with 2 war dogs, one male and one female, so I will take one of those and one of those. Again, amulets are females and the bag looking ones are males. So the reason this would normally be the symbol for male and female, the sort of gender symbol, but the tile set has actually replaced those symbols with these, and the reason is that the male and female gender symbols in ASCII were actually used to be stand-ins for these types of items. So the male ASCII character with kind of the circle with the arrow coming up off of it, that was the symbol for a bag, and the kind of circle with the cross below it, that's the female gender symbol, was actually the symbol that was used in ASCII characters to represent amulets. Anyway, I digress. So I'm taking 2 dogs, 2 war dogs specifically, one male and one female. I also want some cats, so I'm going to take one of these male cats and one of these female cats so that they'll reproduce and give me some free cats. I have some points left over. I could get some more stuff. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Maybe I'll take one hunting dog. Why not? Alright, so that ought to do it. I'm now going to embark and show you the game proper. So I'm going to press E for embark, and it's going to think for a little bit here. Don't be alarmed. It's thinking, I swear. Okay, so now it's going to give you a little flavor text here. It's going to, tell you you've arrived after a long, arduous journey and blah, 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 and yeah, whatever. Okay, so go ahead and press escape to skip this. Screen might go black for a little bit. It's the game thinking and getting ready to painstakingly render this delightful game in the best 2D graphics that money can buy. And I'm going to pause the video for a second while it thinks. Okay, it's done thinking. Here I am. So this is the default view that you'll have when you first start the game. And this is kind of ugly to look at, so what you can do, and you notice this tooltip here, tab, move this menu map. If I press tab a couple of times, it will get me to the view I much prefer, which is either this, to just have the full view of everything. This is like the sort of region map here, but really the best way to look at it is like this, is to have your kind of menu over here and the right 1/3 of the screen, and then the game over here. So here's my dwarves. You can see I've got my little miner guy here, and here's like a doctor. This is my expedition leader, and there's a woodworker and a woodcutter. This tile set looks pretty nice, so they actually look like actual little pixel art dwarves instead of little ASCII face looking things. Okay, so what are you looking at here? So this is basically a top-down view. Okay, everything here on this Z level, meaning this vertical level, this is like the surface of the ground that you're standing on. And the game, because it's 2D, as I mentioned before, it uses some tricks to represent 3 dimensions. So if you look, you can see kind of around the edge of this green here, which is bordered by this black, there are these little down triangles. What is this? You're probably wondering. This indicates that there's a ramp leading down to the next level. So what you're seeing is kind of a cross section. Actually, it looks like we are up on kind of a plateau here, at the very tip of a plateau, and all around the edge of this plateau there are ramps, which indicate sort of an elevation change that's going down. So how do you change your view, the elevation of your view? Well, the answer is you hold down Shift and use the pointy bracket, and I'll try to put in a comment about that so you know what I'm talking about. But adjacent to your question mark on your keyboard, you have those two pointy brackets. Using one of them will cause you to go down a level. So this is what happens when I go down a level. I can see now the kind of inside of this plateau that my dwarves were standing on, and then these arrows here now have changed to up triangles. This is indicating that now this is the flat surface that we're looking at, and these here are now showing us that there is a change in elevation going up. You can see these trees and rocks, and these numbers indicate there's some water here. The number corresponds to the depth of the water, 7 being the deepest. Anyway, so if I wanted, I could go down even deeper now, underground, and I can see that here's like this pond here is all I can see really, and I can keep going down, and it's all black. The reason is that I don't know what's down there because I haven't dug into it yet. So I'm going to go back up to where my dwarves are. Now actually you see these little dots here indicates that there's sort of something on the Z level below what we're looking at. And again, if I go down, I can see that that's where there's flat terrain. If I go back up, these little green things here, the bigger green things, are the tops of trees. If I go down a level, so I'm going to keep my mouse here so you can see what I'm talking about. If I go down a level, you can see that the top of the tree lines up perfectly with the base of the tree, which is down here. So that's elevation changing for you. If I go up elevation, I now see this blue stuff, which represents open space. This means that there's more than one Z level of space where there is nothing there. And then the plateau has changed to these little dots, which shows that there is something one Z level below the level that I'm looking at. So get used to kind of thinking about Dwarf Fortress as being two-dimensional, and you can kind of move up and down Z levels and slices. And by the way, this number here indicates the Z level that you're on. If I go one Z level down, you see the number goes down. It's now level 134. If I go one level up, I'm on level 136. Okay. Alright, enough monkeying around. Let's get started. So you're probably asking yourself, how do I start digging? I want to start building my fortress. Well, you get to walk before you can run. So let's look at how you dig first. So you'll notice here that space is resumed. The game is actually real time, but currently when you start the game it's paused, and also it's hard to see, but you can use a period here to make the game advance one step. So rather than just being all or nothing, you can kind of advance the game one frame at a time. Anyway, so the way that you actually dig is by using this hotkey D here, D for designations. So I'm going to press D, and it's going to give me this screen, and these are the different things I can do. What I want to do is mine, so I'm going to press D again so that I have mine selected. Now I want to go down one level so that I can dig into the mountain that's beneath where my dwarves are. I could theoretically dig straight down into the earth from where I am, but I think I would rather dig into the side of the mountain so I can have kind of a nice natural entrance. So I'm going to press, I'm going to make sure I got D selected. Now when you dig, there's two ways you can do this. You can actually use your mouse to designate stuff to dig out, like I'm doing right now. Alternatively, you can use your directional keys to move this little X reticle here, and you can use this to select things to dig. So if I press enter once, that defines one corner, right? And I can move it up to the sort of upper left corner of what I want to dig, and it'll automatically select that area to dig out. So now I've told my little miners that I want them to dig this area out. So now I'm going to press escape to get out of this menu, and I'm going to press space, and you'll see that, oh, here comes my little miners, and they are digging out the mountain. Look at them go. Pretty sweet. Running out of time for this video, but I will be right back with the next one.